Christmas Eve is supposed to feel warm, safe, familiar. The kind of night where lights glow softly through frosted windows, where carols drift down quiet streets, and where everyone believes, at least for a few hours, that nothing bad can happen. But in the town of Hollybrook, Christmas Eve became something else entirely. It became a night people refused to talk about, a night that turned festive joy into permanent fear. And what makes it even more disturbing is that no one ever found out what truly happened. Hollybrook was the kind of town you'd see on a holiday postcard. Nestled between snow-covered hills, it had one main street lined with old brick shops, wreaths on every door, and strings of warm yellow lights hanging from lampposts. Every year on Christmas Eve, the town followed the same traditions. Families attended the midnight carol service, children left cookies out for Santa, and at exactly 11:45 p.m., the church bells rang softly, signaling the final moments before Christmas Day. It was predictable, comforting, until the year the bells rang and some families never came home. It started quietly, too quietly for anyone to notice at first. 3 days before Christmas, a woman named Margaret Hill didn't show up for her shift at the town bakery. That alone wasn't alarming. People get sick, plans change. But Margaret also didn't answer her phone or her door. When her sister checked on her later that evening, the house was warm, the Christmas tree lights were still on, and a half-wrapped gift sat on the table. Margaret's coat was gone. Her purse was still there. It was as if she had stepped outside for a moment and never returned. Police called it a voluntary absence, nothing to panic about yet. Then Christmas Eve arrived. That night, Hollybrook looked more beautiful than ever. Snow fell gently, like something out of a movie. Children laughed in the streets. The smell of pine and cinnamon filled the air. Families headed toward the church, bundled in scarves and coats, smiling, waving at neighbors. And this is where the story takes its turn, so listen carefully. Because by morning, 4 families were gone. Not one person, not one house, entire families, parents, children, no signs of struggle, no forced entry, just homes left behind, frozen in time, stockings still hanging, dinner plates still on the table. One house even had a TV playing softly to an empty room. And here's the part that should make you uncomfortable. None of these families were connected. Different streets, different routines, different lives. Now, pause for a second and ask yourself, how does an entire family disappear on Christmas Eve without a single scream? Investigators flooded the town. Roads were searched, forests combed. Every car leaving Hollybrook that night was tracked. Nothing. No witnesses, no footprints leading away from the houses despite the fresh snow. And the more they searched, the stranger it became, because every missing home shared one identical detail. The front door was unlocked. Not broken, not forced open, simply unlocked, as if whoever left willingly. At first, the town tried to stay calm. Officials urged people to continue their holiday plans, but fear spreads faster than carols, and by New Year's Eve, Hollybrook felt different. Curtains stayed closed, lights were turned off early, people stopped answering knocks after dark. And then, just when everyone thought the nightmare was over, it happened again. The next Christmas Eve.
Exactly 1 year later, this time 2 more disappearances. Both happened between 11:30 and midnight. Both had attended the carol service. Both were last seen smiling, laughing, wishing others a Merry Christmas. And both houses were found the next morning exactly the same way: warm, decorated, abandoned. Now let me ask you something directly. If this were your town, would you stay? Some people did. Some people left immediately. But those who stayed noticed something else, something the police didn't put in their reports. On Christmas Eve nights, just before midnight, people began hearing carols outside their homes. Soft, distant, familiar songs. But when they looked out their windows, no one was there. Just empty streets and footprints that stopped in the middle of the road. Children started talking about the quiet people, shadowy figures they claimed to see standing near the edge of the snow-covered streets, always just beyond the reach of the lights. Parents brushed it off as imagination, stress, fear feeding fear. But then one security camera from a closed shop captured something chilling. At 11:47 p.m., the footage showed figures moving through the snow. Not clearly human, not clearly anything. They didn't walk normally, they drifted. And the audio picked up something faint in the background: singing. The footage was labeled inconclusive and quietly archived. By the 3rd year, Hollybrook canceled its Christmas Eve service. Lights were dimmed, the bells were silenced, people stayed inside, doors locked, hoping that whatever was coming wouldn't notice them. It didn't matter. That year, only one house was affected, a young couple who had just moved in, new to town, unaware of the history. Their neighbors reported seeing their lights turn off exactly at midnight. The next morning, the house was empty, except for one thing: a single Christmas carol book open on the floor. No fingerprints, no explanation. Authorities eventually stopped using the word disappearance. They called them unresolved absences. Over time, the story faded from national attention. Hollybrook became a place people passed through quickly, a town that looked festive but felt wrong. And here's the part that keeps former residents awake at night. Every Christmas Eve, even now, people driving near Hollybrook report their radios switching stations on their own, always to the same thing: old Christmas carols, soft, warped, slightly out of tune. So if you ever find yourself in a quiet town on Christmas Eve, snow falling, lights glowing, and you hear carols when no one is around, don't open the door, don't follow the sound, and don't assume that because it's Christmas, you're safe. Because in Hollybrook, Christmas Eve doesn't bring joy, it brings silence. And whatever took those families may still be listening. Like and subscribe if you like the video, motherfuckers, and don't forget to hit bell icon.